Hi. Um, I don't know if you can hear me well because I'm using my computer microphone. This microphone did not want to connect, so we're not using that. But anyway, hello. Okay, I'm doing another live stream because I'm taking another break. Not because I'm getting burnt out, but because I actually needed, I think I posted this in the community post, but I actually need to do more research for my upcoming topic because it's not something that I have dealt with a lot. And so I don't know kind of the ins and outs of what my next topic is going to be. But I have asked for people to come forward so that they can be interviewed. I quite like, also, my tan lines are insane. I'm just gonna hide that. But it just goes to show how pale I used to be before I got this new job. Now look at me. But anyway. So yeah, I do need to, or I do want to interview someone for this upcoming episode. It's going to be up on Friday, so if I can't get someone to be interviewed, then oh well. But yeah, I would like to interview someone for this next episode. And yeah, so I hope I get replies. And yes, I look so like businesswoman. This is strange. Um, this is one of my mom's shirts. She got it for the winter. It's one of those like thermal shirts. But yeah, that's what it is. But anyway, so I have set up a sort of like schedule of sorts for my upcoming episodes because I realized I always, like every single week, I'm always thinking, okay, what should be my next topic, right? Like on Monday, I'm thinking, what should be my topic for this upcoming Friday? So I have to figure out topic, research it, write up the script, film, edit, then upload, all in the span of 4 days. So it'd be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Because I want to get it up before Thursday. So um, I figured, because I was thinking, like, what's missing? What's missing in my kind of workflow? Why am I always feeling very rushed whenever I try to create a new project, right? And it was that, or at least I'm hoping it was that. Um, because, yeah, I tried to do like upcoming projects, I guess. Um, oh, I have a new idea. Uh, why are drivers like that? Question mark, question mark. And it'll be about the psychology of drivers. I don't know if that will be something that I can research because I don't know if any like psychologists. What the hell? That's my brother saying goodbye to his girlfriend. That's so funny. Guys, I look so different. This is so weird. Okay, I know I was talking about the episode, but sidetrack a little bit. I've been losing weight. So strange looking at myself now. I don't even like, I recognize myself, but it's strange. Because like my face has changed so much, which is something that I did not want. um I always gain weight on my face first and lose weight on my face first. And I was hoping it would be a little bit different this time around. But yeah, my face looks so different. I feel like me losing weight has only emphasized my asymmetrical face. Let me try and center here. As you can see, my nose kind of goes this way. um, and this eye looks like it's higher than this eye. And also my chin, there's a little bump here, smooth here. Isn't it strange? Also, I can't get over how I look with my tan because it looks so weird. I don't know if you can see like the tan line. But anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I am like feeling myself or whatever. Because I do look different. I don't know if I like that, you know? But I do feel more like energetic and more like energetic. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, but my mom interrupting me just brings up another question of mine, which is should I upload an episode in Spanish? You know what I mean? Is that something that you guys would want to see? Because I am fluent in Spanish as you just heard. um, but yeah. I feel like I'm acting so weird because I don't recognize myself. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at you guys, I'm looking at myself. But yeah, I don't even know. Like, if I were to fix my asymmetry, I don't even know what side I would prefer. You know what I mean? But whatever. What was I saying before this? Oh, yeah, so, okay. I came up with topics, right? Ideas. Um, and the next one coming up is about code switching. And that's the one where I want to interview someone. And I actually should ask. I specifically, obviously, if this isn't gonna, work out, then I can expand on. Oops, I can expand. I specifically, obviously, if this isn't gonna, work out, then I can expand on. Oops, I can expand on what it is I want to do. But I specifically want to interview a Black person or a person of color who has experienced code switching in a predominantly white area. Does that make sense? But I don't know who to ask because I've already asked Reddit. However, if you guys fit that criteria and you would be willing to be interviewed like on camera, kind of like my last podcast episode from last week, please do let me know, reach out to me. I do have my email, and I'm always checking my email and my spam folder so you guys can email me and let me know that you want to participate. Please, I'm begging you, I do want to. And though I am Mexican, I think I've said that before. Yeah, I did say that in my last episode. Though I am Mexican, though I am fluent in Spanish, I personally haven't experienced any form of like code switching because, as you can tell, I'm also very fluent in English, and often when I'm on the phone, people can't tell that I'm Mexican because there's no discernible like Mexican accent. Sometimes, okay, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of like Midwest people. And so sometimes I'll slip into like a Midwest accent, where instead of saying accent, I'll say ax. It's so embarrassing. So anyway, but yeah, so I have no discernible accent when I'm talking on the phone, and so people often assume that I'm not a person of color. Does that make sense? Um, and I was reading an article from Cleveland Clinic, and they were saying that code switching isn't just. I actually have the code quote right here. You know what? One thing that I have been needing to disguise though is my autism and my ADHD, and so this will be relevant in a bit. So they say code switching is changing your style, dress, or maybe even language and behavior in order to match what you think would be appropriate or would make someone else feel more comfortable. And that's quoting Dr. Prewitt. 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 And this is from the Cleveland Clinic article. However, obviously, medical articles, I feel like, or like a Psychology Today article, I feel like wouldn't encapsulate the kind of entirety of what it means to code switch and what it does to kind of your mental state. Does that make sense? So that's why I want to interview someone. And I think they kind of not go in depth, but they encompass, like in this article, they're talking about the multiple different aspects of code switching, right? And I really like this quote from the same doctor, which says code switching is about choosing which of your identities you make visible when you make them visible and to whom you make them visible. So basically, it's about self protection and self sacrifice. So I really liked that quote. Um, Speaking of my little notebook here, if you guys are subscribed to my Patreon, you will notice or you will remember this logo. I have not uploaded last week's script. I will upload them after this live stream. It's supposed to be up either with the podcast episode launching or before. Preferably before, but like I said, I'm always like in a rush. I have to create the script and I have to edit or film and edit, and that takes up a lot of my time, especially with my normal job, like my day to day job, you know. Um, so it says here, code switching is not just limited to race, but also religion, immigration status, gender, level of education, class, etc. And I personally have not that I can remember, I have not experienced that kind of thing. But then again, I was filming a TikTok like 2 weeks ago, and I was saying I don't think I've ever experienced any like significant form of racism because I'm light skinned, right? And then I was thinking about it today as I was working, and I was like, hang on a second, I did experience some form of racism when I was in fifth grade. Um, and that's obviously the one that came to mind when I was thinking about it, right? But it was basically we were going on a field trip to go hiking in one of the mountains that's very, very famous where I live. And um, mind you, okay, we're hiking. And this is actually, let me Google it so that I can tell you exactly what's up, you know? Um, oh, what is, oh, wait, I remember. We were hiking to a cave, and it was 14 miles round trip, right? So 7 miles up, 7 miles down. Okay. Just so we're all on the same page. And obviously, we had to take a bus there. Was this for this field trip? I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was. But anyway, We were hiking. I want you to really like think about this. We were hiking. Okay. And so obviously my mom knew about this beforehand and she packed me a water bottle. She was like, you'd better take water because if you don't, you're gonna die. And not by my hand, but by the sun's hand. You know what I mean? And so I had one of these. I don't think it was. I think it was just a plastic one, but it was about this size, right? And it was one of those water bottles that has the little like circle at the top where you like take your teeth and you pull you pull on it to open it, and then you like right. It was one of those, and I was with one of my friends, and I was on the outer seat, like the aisle seat, and she was on the window seat, and I was just blah 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 blah, blah, like right. And the bus driver, she was kind of trying to get everyone settled down. She looks at me and she goes, "What is in that water bottle?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" "It's water." "We're going hiking." Like, what are you trying to imply here? And so I tell her, "Oh, it's just water." Like, mind you, I'm very, very innocent. When I was in fifth grade, like, I didn't know what racism was. I'm gonna be really honest with you because I have autism. I think I said this in the live stream. I have many issues with me. I have autism. I have ADHD, right? But I had undiagnosed autism back then, and so I was incredibly naive, and I take things at face value, right? But also, I don't because I live in a very red state. um, I don't think we were taught about racism. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know what racism was, and so whenever I experienced something racist, I didn't think about it until later on, like my later years, when I would experience racism, I would be able to be like, hey, that's racist. But anyway, right? So I answer, I'm like, don't worry, it's just water. But today I was thinking about it and I was like, why would that bus driver ask me what's in my water bottle? Granted, it wasn't see through. It was like solid color, like you can't see what's in here, but it's water. Um, as per the name, Hydra. It's supposed to hydrate you. I'm gonna be honest though, it was agua de horchata, so it wasn't water. But it was still water. It wasn't like alcohol. But yeah, she was like implying that I had alcohol or something. This was in fifth grade, right? And she only asked me. So I was like, when I was thinking about it today, I was like, that was kind of racist, wasn't it? I feel like that was racist. Because why would you assume I wouldn't? I'm so sorry. Why would you assume that I would have something else that wasn't water? Does that make sense? But yeah, but because I take things at face value, um, and especially when I was young, right? Nowadays I'm able to think a little bit more about it and I'm able to excuse me, I'm able to I'll take things at face value, but then a few hours later I'll be thinking about it and I'll be like, wait, that's not right. But especially back then, I didn't know that I was supposed to be thinking about what I was told. You know what I mean? And so I forgot where I was going with this. I'm so sorry. But anyway, if you want to be interviewed by me, please do let me know. Um, it'll be conducted over Discord. And so, it'll be just like my last interview where I'll ask you about 5 questions and you answer, you know what I mean? And you I would prefer someone who answers the questions, not like one sentence answers, but a little bit more, expand a little bit more. Maybe it's a little bit too late to be asking this. I'm thinking about this now. Um, because the podcast episode is going to be up on Friday. Because obviously, I'm doing this live stream at night. Yeah. So if you guys would please, if you are interested, and it's like Saturday for you, Saturday the day after this live stream goes up, please do email me, and I will be on the lookout for your emails, and we can get started on. Yeah. And actually, ooh, I beg your pardon. What the hell? Handmade pro mic for you. I'm already getting I'm already getting yes. I think this is ugh, I don't know. I think this is a like actual spam. I got a message. Anyway. I can't see my messages right now because my phone's all the way over there. And my iPad. Oh, my iPad is right here, actually. But I don't know if I want to leave. I will check my messages. It's probably important. As you can see, I'm wearing pajama pants. Okay. I was going to talk about something else, but I forgot. Oh, I remember. So my next one after that, actually, I'm gonna read this, and then you guys let me know if you think it's a spam. We are one of the dealers of TZ, Z like zebra, LLC. I recently saw one of your videos, and I'm writing this letter to extend an invitation for you to join the talent project. Could you benefit from our help in procuring a mic which is handmade in California, USA? In response, we anticipate that you will deliver at least 5 minutes of high quality content in response to our support. How much will I get paid? You know what I mean? 5 minutes of high quality content. Would you enjoy exploring videos from the creators we've partnered with? Kindly access this link. I don't think I'm gonna access that link. I'm sorry. Just so you know, if you happen to be looking for a pro mic, it would be perfect timing, wouldn't it? Came across your email, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. The big news is we're offering $500 for a video that truly delivers. What does that mean? Truly delivers. If it doesn't deliver, and I have delivered the 5 minutes of content, but you're thinking, this video doesn't deliver what it needs to deliver, you won't be giving me the $500, or like, you know what I'm saying? However, I will be Googling this company. Someone else got this is a Reddit. Okay. It says, I received an email from TZ Audios asking me to do a collab with them, but I'm not necessarily buying it. Me too. Oh, first comment, top comment says, it's a scam. Okay, yeah. If you guys are Yeah, delete. Sorry. Not interested in getting scammed, you know? Mm. Hmm. Okay. I'm always skeptical when Google asks me to do something. I don't trust Google. Um, but anyway, if you guys are newer YouTubers and you're thinking, like, if you receive an email, don't click the links that they give you. Okay? If they tell you, we are with so and so company, open a new tab, Google so and so company, and look, open a new tab, Google so and so company, and look and see if they are a legitimate company. Okay? Like I just did. They said, we are TZ Audio LLC. I think it was just TZ LLC. I deleted the email, so I can't go back and check. But, you know, I Googled TZ Audio because that's what it said at the very end. And first link that popped up, Reddit post asking, is this legit? Top comment said, no, it's not legit. They're changing their domain name, which is another thing. You need to check the domain thing on the email. One of the YouTubers that I watch recently got his account hacked, and those are the things that I recommended. Number one, check the domain. Okay, so for example, let's say for example, ExpressVPN contacts you. They're going to have they're going to have the name of the person that's contacting you, whether that be first initial, last name, or first name, last initial at expressvpn.com, right? That's an example if ExpressVPN is the one that's contacting you. Second thing, never click on the links unless you verify the domain. Okay, the domain thing is very hard to phish. Like the subject line can say, or the contact name can say, we are ExpressVPN. But if they do not have the at expressvpn.com at the end of their email address, don't click any links. The second thing to do, just to double check, is to Google their company, right? So Google ExpressVPN, go to their contact us, email them in their legitimate like email form, right? And say, hey, I just received an email from you guys. I want to make sure that it's definitely from you guys because I'm gonna have to be needing to click some links, and I don't want to be clicking links that I don't have to click and that I don't need to click. And that aren't saved to click, right? So email them or call them up, be like, hey, can I get in touch with your marketing department? Let me know if you guys sent this email, because if you didn't, I'm not gonna bother, right? But if you did, I would love to work with you guys. You know what I mean? Just stay safe. Also, another safety tip is to not use the email address. So, for example, my YouTube account was created with a different email address than the email address that's in my contact information. Okay, so you're contacting a separate email address than the one that Google uses to contact me about my account. That's how you can prevent your YouTube account from getting hacked. And thankfully, the YouTuber that I watched, his videos only got privated, but some hackers will go out of their way to delete every single one of your videos. And if you haven't saved them in a hard drive, there's no getting them back. You're losing the views, you're losing the engagement. Although I think most hackers nowadays don't necessarily want to do that because they want to make sure that you have like an established channel. I think if anything, they'll leave up the 2 videos that they need for their for your channel to show up in the like if somebody searches, for example, if somebody searches Sappho Lily, if I have 0 videos on my channel will not pop up on the YouTube search. But because I have several videos up, 20 videos up, I think now I would say, my channel does show up on the YouTube search. Like if you search Sappho Lily or Lily's Little Life Corner or whatever, it'll pop up. So, but yeah, those are my 3 safety recommendations. Also, turn on two-factor authentication. It can be a little bit annoying to have to set that up, but definitely do set that up because you never know. Okay, I was going to talk about the next podcast episode that's going to come out. Not this Friday, not this upcoming Friday, but the Friday after that. So it'll come out November 8th. And it's asking the question, why are online dating apps so harmful? And I'm going to do an interview again with my friend CK Jensen, because we realized we're both kind of, we're both very different when it comes to dating apps. I download dating apps just to see what's going on there. And they told me, yeah, no, I'm a serial dater. Like I download dating apps because I want to date someone. You know what I mean? And we're also going to be talking about like the effects. I'm thinking I'm going to do that podcast episode a little bit differently. So I'm not going to have my script. I'm feeling in the mood to just do kind of a natural flowing conversation, right? Maybe I'll have like a few bullet points that I definitely want to touch on. Maybe I'll pull up like a Psychology Today article or whatever. Or, because Bumble and Tinder and I think Hinge recently got sued, so I think I'm going to pull that up. But I think otherwise we're just going to have like a natural flow conversation thing. And so the script won't really be there for my Patreon subscribers. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about like the differences between how I go about things on dating apps versus how CK goes about things on dating apps, and like the harmful effects of it, and how the dating app's algorithm is designed not for you to delete the app like how Hinge says, right? The only dating app designed for you to delete, it's actually designed for you to keep the dating app. And I'm also going to be talking about like the harmful effects of relying on that kind of source of dopamine when you realize somebody's liked me, like what does that hit of dopamine do when you look at the people who liked you and it says 100 people, you know what I mean? What does that do to your understanding of dating people? What does that do to the way you approach dating people? What does that do when you decide to get off dating apps and then you go into the real world and you realize this kind of sucks because you're not getting that dopamine hit. You know what I mean? So we're going to talk about that the week after. And then the episode after that, it kind of ties in with that dating app episode. And it's, why is everyone desperate to be in a relationship? I don't understand it. I really don't. But then again, you know what? I think I just figured out why there's a dent in my chin. It's because that's where I rest my hand. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I just don't understand why everyone's so desperate to be in a relationship, and I see this most often in younger people, where, and this is, I'm speaking from my own experience when I was kind of in middle school, high school, even elementary school, um, where people were like, "Oh, I have a crush on so and so, and I want to date so and so," and it was seen as like cool to be in relationships. Like if you were single, you were kind of a loser. You were considered to be ugly. If you were in a relationship, you were considered to be more wanted, kind of like your status was elevated because, oh, someone's dating this person, that means they're attractive, you know what I mean? And it really differed between social groups in high school. For example, the popular kids um, their social circle would be a little bit more ruthless with the dating versus like the goth kids. They'd have their own like separate social structure and hierarchy and things like that, right? And so it differed. Um, but yeah, it's very, I remember it being very not good. um, but yeah, it's, guys, if anyone ever, like, because this happened to one of the YouTubers that I occasionally watch, where she was doing like a triangle in the thumbnail. And people in the comments were like, "Oh my gosh, you're part of the Illuminati!" Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like thinking about this now because I'm doing triangles, but this is like my resting kind of, you know what I mean? I'm not part of it. I'm not part of the Illuminati. Hey, I don't think my channel is big enough to be part of the Illuminati, but just to let you know. um, what was I gonna say about the desperate to be in a relationship? Oh yeah, okay, so basically it's a thing that I noticed in high school where a lot of my high school classmates were very much so desperate to be in a relationship. And you know what? I was one of them. I don't like to think about those days. um I think some of my old like high school buddies follow my YouTube channel, and I think they're probably thinking, "Ugh, yeah, you were desperate to be in a relationship." You know what I mean? But it was not good. So I'm going to be pulling from my own experience, but then I'm also going to be asking the question: why has this expanded to not just high school people, but people in real life? And I'm going to be speaking about my experience as a tarot reader. And I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, I don't want to watch then, you know? But I'm not going to be talking about like, I'm not going to be shuffling my cards, you know what I mean? I'm not going to like be like, oh, the lovers popped out, you know? It's not going to be like a collective reading. I'm just going to talk about like the kinds of people that come to me that are seeking advice when it comes to their relationships, and I'm going to be talking to them no good, or how desperate they are to get in a relationship with someone that couldn't care less about that person. You know what I mean? Yeah. I actually have a lot of other questions. So let me write them before I forget. So it's going to be about, okay, hang on. It's going to be about high school hierarchies. I knew I spelled that wrong. Hierarchy. Okay, hierarchies. Um, adult people, tarot readers. And I was going to do something else. God damn it, I forgot. um, people. Actually, I should just do PPL. PPL who change their personalities slash expectations to be in a relationship. Okay, so that's gonna be November 15th. hopefully. And yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about on November 15th. And I don't know when's watching my live stream. And yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about on November 15th. And I don't know when's watching my live stream right now, but again, just a reminder, if you guys want to be interviewed by me, by yours truly, about code switching and how code switching has affected you, I do need you to be someone who is a person of color, okay? So, because that's mainly what I want my focus to be on, is how racism is kind of impacting code switching. So yeah, I would really appreciate it if you were a person of color reaching out to me, and kind of letting me know your experience, if you're willing to be interviewed. I wouldn't say, I don't know if this is, if you feel comfortable showing your face on the interview, that would be good, but obviously, like, you don't have to, but if you do feel comfortable doing that, then let me know. Please and thank you. But yeah, this is kind of my update on where I'm at, and why I took a break. And yeah, I would love to interview someone before I finish up my script, and that way I can tie in, do like a full circle moment kind of thing to whatever the interviewee's answers are. Does that make sense? And so yeah, I would love to. Also, hi, welcome to the live stream. Um, I would love to have. They left. Um, it's always as soon as I say hi that they leave. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for paying attention to you. I'm really sorry. I don't know what you want from me. No, but that's okay. Actually, I do these as live streams because it's easier for me to just film it directly on YouTube and then, upload it and we're good to go. And I don't need to edit. I probably maybe should edit this one because I don't know if my mom is going to want to appear on this live stream. I don't know. Hopefully I can edit it in YouTube editor. But yeah, okay, so as I was saying, if you can contact me before Tuesday, that would be great. And that way I can, finish up writing my script, film the episode. My goodness. Film the episode, upload it, etc. But film the episode like in the way that I can have like my intro, your interview, my outro, tying in things that you said in your interview, that kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, let me know. And I will see you guys this Friday. Not today, obviously. I'm seeing you right now, right? Which is Friday. But I will see you guys also next Friday, but this time with an actual podcast episode. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of everything that I said. And I will see you guys in the next podcast episode and also in the next live stream that I do. Because, like I said, I do want to make these live streams a little bit more frequent, if that makes sense. And that way, you guys know kind of where I'm at and what to expect. But anyway, bye.